Welcome back to AI War Fleet Command. Spirecraft Showdown continues, and it's called Cliffhanger because of a bit of news. If you haven't already seen it, check the link in the description below. Much sooner than I had expected, based on what I'd followed of the news on it, AI War 2 is coming out next Tuesday, so we're going to be putting this on hold for a bit. Sorry to do that right before the showdown. I would be doing it differently if I had known this was coming. But definitely want to check out the sequel and see what's going on with that. We will eventually come back to this playthrough and also hit the final expansion, Destroyer of Worlds, at a minimum. So that is going to happen. It's just going to happen later. What I've done here, off screen, we have taken Calliope, which gave us the sniper turrets. So we're kind of in an interesting situation where we have almost all of the core turret controllers, but there is no MLRS one available unless I've just totally overlooked it and it's up here somewhere and I don't happen to remember it being there. And yep, there it is. As I say that, there is an MLRS one right up here with a Youngling Commando. So that's an interesting little factoid, but still, given where it is, I don't think I'm going to be going after that anyway. We're just going to say, you know what, it's okay for us not to have the MLRS. I will probably do some research and unlock that. So we've taken this, see we've got a bunch of threat. They're going to come into Malpamine soon, I think, or maybe not. They're just kind of hanging out over here. An interesting thing is that when we came in here, the hunter group came through. But they came through and kept going. They ignored us. And I tried to hang it out here and wait for us, and they would never come attack. And I think we've actually reached the point now where we're strong enough that the hunter group is actually afraid of us, which I didn't think was a thing. I thought they were just going to go around and try to smash whatever, kind of like the special forces are, but they've got a brain attached, and they're staying away from us, which is actually kind of a problem because it just means they're going to get stronger. We have popped in here to Iapetus, and this is worth taking a look at because a couple reasons. One, that wasn't the original plan, and also because a different command station in here, to put it mildly. Okay, so this is the Tachyon command station, which does obvious things. It does Tachyon on the whole planet. But apparently they like to have command station shield guard posts. Lots of them. Because I've already knocked out a few, and there's another one there, and one here, and I think one here, and let's see, there's probably one by this. Yep, there's one by the barracks. So, I mean, they had like 7, 8 of these things, minimum, that they built in here. I've just kind of been going around with the transports, knocking them out. I'm going to continue that. There isn't anything hugely dangerous in here to my transports at all. So I'm going to probably have to do some sending back and repairing, but not a whole lot. It's just, it's kind of remarkable the fact that they just keep, that's all they wanted. Literally, I think there might have been 1 or 2 combat or guard posts, and I'm not even sure if there were that many. You see, we've got some disassembler guardians, some implosion guardians. We'll be able to take care of those fairly quickly. And then we'll do the usual deal with knocking out the barracks setting up in here. And then we'll grab our goodies. Now, the reason I'm taking this one instead, by the way, is I don't have to go worry about going and clearing out the core world, at least not yet, because I can go in here and it'll cost a little more hacking, but we have plenty of it. I'll just hack into Aurora, get the spider turret, and I think the teleporting leech will come with it, and we'll get a double price on the hacking. And then here we'll get the armor rodder, which is not that spectacular, but we'll take everything that we can get. And that's going to be our next step in pushing forward here, grabbing that spider turret. All right, now a few more things have happened. We have taken over Iapetus over here. Knock that out. We've got the armor rodder, which basically, let's take a quick look at it. There it is. And basically what it does is it knocks down armor of enemy ships, making them easier to attack. High armor enemy ships. Takes it up to 10 minutes to fully regenerate the armor. And the Mark V version here, we got 48 of them, and they do 250 armor damage a shot. So that could be useful for sure against high armor targets. Probably would need some micromanaging to use it super effectively. So we've got those built. we have set up here in Iapetus, and now we are doing our hack in Aurora. But we have a Dire Guardian coming out of Venus, which I don't know why. This theoretically should not still be on alert, but it is, because we have the only one neighboring it is Palma and Varuna. I'm not sure exactly how it works to get something off alert that's been on alert. One Dire Guardian, not the end of the world, except that's going to coincide with CPAs coming soon. And, you know, you never know if the Hunter group might sync up with the CPA or something. So we could have a bit of an interesting situation on our hands. But if we survive all of this just fine, then I think we're going to be about ready to march to Coruscant. So we're just beginning our hack in here, and we'll see how this rolls. Of course, we've got all of our wonderful, wonderful ships. Our Sentinel frigates doing their thing. And working on knocking out everything that's trying to come at us. So far, so good. Okay, we're going to have a hacking response wave already. You can see the response level is still low because of, proportionally, we still haven't used that much hacking. That's going to change once we get the stuff from in here. And look at the Dire Guardian timer has stopped. Does that mean that it's no longer, the planet's no longer on alert? I don't know what that means. I've never seen that timer stop. Or maybe it's waiting for the CPA. If it's doing that, then that's bad. We'll just have to wait and see. We can see this is synchronizing with the CPA. So more than likely, the Dire Guardian is waiting for the CPA, which would be considerably bad news. We've got a pretty nice fleet built up, but we're going to need it, that's for sure. In terms of the actual hack here, though, everything's going fine. Of course, we're only about a third of the way through it, but we're not having any issues so far. Just under a minute left in the hack. Nothing has happened yet. The Dire Guardian is still paused. And so I'm wondering, that's looking more and more like an alert thing to me. Because I would think it would be progressing, you know, I wouldn't want to wait till like 4 minutes after the CPA. So whatever timer for that thing being on alert I think has expired, which would be an interesting scenario. We're maxed out on metal. We're just sort of waiting for this to finish up. Of course, I'm going to want to get the fleet out of here as quickly as I can once the hack concludes. But we're going to want to clean up the mess first and hope our defenses can last there. This could get a little bit interesting. There we go. And fabricator data downloaded. And let's see if we have both of those or what just happened there. I think we got them both based on how far down it went. Let's double check. Spire teleporting leech. Let's get those built. We've seen those in a previous game. Not of a huge amount of use, and they're pretty expensive metal-wise. Our turrets? We didn't get the spiders, I don't think. Oh yeah, we did. There they are. Okay, so we've got those. I'm going to want to put those in place, like, right now, because I can get them built probably before the CPA, and if I wait at all, I probably won't. So it's time to take a tour of the galaxy and get that set up. Alright, that's been done, and earlier on I unlocked some stuff. I should show an example of that. I wanted to bolster all of our Showdown systems and also Melpomene, the homeworld. My basic plan for the Showdown is defend those 5 systems, the 4 Showdown planets and the homeworld. If we look here in Sindai, you can see, okay, there's the new spiders going up, but I unlocked up through Mark IV MLRS turrets, and then I also have heavy beam cannons distributed, some in each of those 5 systems, so that we can have an increased defense. I haven't put the shields up for the strong points here, haven't got Spirecraft up, but I'm starting to ramp up that whole situation. So if we go back, let's just take a look in Aurora, see how the rest of this goes. Yeah, and I don't think this is going to be huge. Just make sure we knock out the rest of this. There you see half mark 1, half mark 2. 1,400 and some change. And notice they didn't get any from the shark plot this time. So that was a one-time only thing. And now, obviously, this is still stalled. So it looks like it's not coming as long as we don't tick off Venus, which would be great. And now we just need to get out of here and try to meet that CPA and see what happens with that. We survive that, and we're home free. Okay, so we got some good news, bad news. The good news is that the CPA decided to hem and haw and wander around and eventually not really do a whole lot of anything. See, there's 2,300 threat. We pretty much know where it all is. Combine these two, you get almost 1,500, and that's 2,100. So that's 90% or so. And for a bit, these were together in anti-cheese, and I thought they were going to go attack Ursula. Worried about that. Moving my ships over. They decided to do no such thing. So we were able to come in here. I think they're just afraid of our defenses at this point. But regardless, we popped all our ships in here, and we're going to do some battle. I had to do a clearing one time a while ago, and I knocked out all of the... Here's the ball of ships from their carrier, but I knocked out all of their ion cannons. So we're just going to hoof it off to the edge of the system, and we're going to take this off a bit at a time. So that's the good news. The bad news is the Dire Guardian just randomly started spawning again. And I have no idea why. I didn't go anywhere near Venus. So those of you who are experts, I would just kind of curious, you know, if there's any vets out there who want to let me know, what's your theory here? Like, why, how, what, you know, is going on with that? Anyway, obviously, I'd like to get as much of the CPA as I can cleared out before they come, and we're gonna just stick, there they go, youngling tigers in one of these until, at least for a bit. And so we're just gonna try to, yeah, and they're gonna be sending, you know, there's stuff coming in from elsewhere. They're gonna be sending everything in the kitchen sink, and we're just gonna try to knock out what we can. There's an exo wave. Less than 700 ships. Let's count them down. Got heavy bomber starships coming in, and they're going to be going away. Thankfully, they're only Mark 1 versions. We got a few of these missile guardians, and I wonder if the hunters will show up. That's always a possibility. So we've got to be ready for anything. But right now, I think we're just pounding them. Okay, there we go. Now, here come all the fighters in to say hello. And you know what? Let me activate, where is it? Let's activate that particular assault transport so that at least is doing something as these come into play. And there's a blade spawner. Okay, that's going away. Bombers, they're going away. We've killed over half the ships in here. We've got missile frigates. We've got, okay, there's a disassembler guardian, but no, I'm keeping an eye out for anything particularly nasty. And so far, I'm not seeing it. Got plasma sieges here. Hold on, our viral shredders, I think, are just sitting here chilling. We've got more of them than before, but let's have them go run away. Because they can't hit the plasma sieges. There's no point in having them sit out there and get shot. Okay, 130. Yeah, so we've still got 120 some. We grew 25 or so. Nobody else is attacking us anywhere else yet. And I think once we do a little more cleaning up in here, we can move on and see what the next barrel of fun is. Well, this just gets weirder by the second. Look at the Dire Guardian. It stopped spawning at 117. Nonetheless, this is Bononia. We got a small reprisal there from the last go-round, and we're still alive. So we're going to go after this. Once again, let's park those. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Get in here. Don't you even think about running away. Viral shredders, do your work. Because this is a bigger group. There was 800 and some in here. This was the biggest set of them. Yes, Spire civilian leaders, do your thing as well. And we're losing a lot of the viral shredders, but they're also, of course, doing a thing or two themselves. We got another reprisal. Okay. The viral shredders were going down, and now they're going up. Let's have them go out here and feast on some of these. Munch, 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 yum, yum, yum. Well, nope, there's still more. Okay. Thought we had them all. Okay. Now they're probably okay. Go and go back, and yeah. So we end up losing a bunch and then popping back up to right about the fleet cap. But it looks like, yeah, looks like we're done in here as well. And finally, Palace for our last barrel of fun. Final 600 enemy ships huddled in here. They ran away from being near our homeworld, so we're coming in here to chase them. Let's knock out this missile guard post so this whole side of the system's clear. There we go. And we're just going to run away to this side of the stage. You can see they've got a whole bunch of stuff here, too, that's not even coming. This isn't... No, that's not part of the CPA. That's just, like, normal threat. Oh, we didn't even finish this off. Grr. Okay. Finish off that. Now come over here. And have at it. Now, hopefully that... Oh, yeah, they're running away, some of them. Yeah, they're trying to run... Doggone it. We're not going to get... Oh, there's over 1,000 now. Because we triggered more by knocking out the guard post. Okay. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to chase them anymore. It's clear they don't have... Shoot, shoot, shoot. So we're definitely going to need to pack up and escape from here before that plasma does us too much harm. Okay, so I did a little test to make sure, but in Coruscant, the transports can't escape from the black hole machine, even if they are cloaked and the tachyon sentinels and whatnot are taken down. Which is another one of those just sort of magic, we can see you because we can see you type of things. They don't actually have a tachyon detector, but they still know we're there. Although, you know, I can see where the black hole machine could stop even a cloaked ship. So that one isn't as bad as some of the others we've seen. Anyhow, the plan now, I think, is to build up and get ready for the showdown next time, whenever that ends up being. And the thing about that is, I think I'm going to be doing a lot of off-screen stuff in between this and the next episode. Our AI progress is 151 and the floor is 95, and it's already gone down from the mid-160s when we took our last system in Iapetus. But I need to go get a bunch of Spirecraft. I need to make sure my defenses are deployed optimally. Engineers are deployed optimally in those key systems. Because as soon as we build our command station on here, it's going to be beginning. And, you know, we can't escape with anything that goes in there. So what I'm going to need to do is make sure everything is set everywhere else before we go. All of that is probably not going to be particularly interesting to watch, so I don't think I'll record it. But I'll just sort of show what it looks like, probably, at our different systems, then go in, do the battle in Coruscant, and the showdown. So all that will be coming up on the next episode of the Spirecraft Showdown. But for now, we're taking a break, and on to AI War 2. See you then.